So I won't be the 400th idiot to ask you to directly compare a Formula One car to the P1 car here, but I'm curious about state of technology. Formula One's been cutting edge technology for years. I've kind of been of the mind that the P1 hybrids might be catching, if not overtaking in some areas.
Yeah, I think Formula One this year is pretty advanced in that area for sure. Formula One from 2009 through to 2013 was, yeah, as you say, pretty bit of a dinosaur engine, and it was very old. That's why they had the engine freeze like that to try and control costs. So Formula One is very advanced now, as is this category. The technology that we're using, obviously, we're on a very aggressive learning curve, even as Porsche as a manufacturer. The stuff that we've learned even the last 6 months is quite impressive. Obviously chasing weight, chasing more power, more reliability, all those type of things which have been important to us as a brand. And what's exciting for me, I know some of this stuff will be going into the road cars. So, you know, it's, yeah, that's good as a driver. I've been testing some of it a little bit behind the scenes, so it's good stuff.
Curious about a young Mark Webber, fresh into sports cars, versus the Mark Webber coming back to these spaceships that you're in right now. How much of a transition was that for you purely as a driver? What's being asked of you? And did your years in Formula One make it less of a transition than for some?
I think so. I mean, the experience just gives you the wisdom to stay a bit cooler. Obviously, emotionally, you're not as charged up as you are when you're a young guy. Not always trying to prove yourself every 5 minutes. You have the bigger picture under control a little bit more. So I did a sports car career when I was quite young, and I was like that. Every time I got in the car, I was trying to always probably put undue pressure on yourself than you didn't need to. You always want to improve and learn. You know, that never stops. When you're 38 like I am, I'm accepting that. That's always the case. But just being a bit more, yeah, just composed and working with a team in a much more global way, which you don't when you're younger. You're just focusing on yourself. You're a bit more selfish, where now you have to, when you're older, you know that working with the whole team is crucial to performance.
So you've got this young Kiwi teammate with that little bee's nest for a hairdo. How much of the relationship between the two of you has evolved? Obviously, he's starting out in his professional career. Is there much of a mentor-mentee relationship, or you guys just get on to business?
Yeah, when we can see that if he needs a little bit of help here and there, then yes, we can do that. There has been some areas which he's already improved quite well. You know, like I say, just the bigger picture, being a professional, as you say, it's one thing being a amateur, very good amateur, but then when you start to get paid to do a job, and yeah, you have to deliver, obviously, week in, week out, as best you can. Consistency is important, and that comes with everything. Lap times, media, fitness, all sorts of things you need to take into account. So, but he's a good young lad. He's very measured, and he's working through those processes, which he'll gain, you know, good experience in the years to come.
Last question for you. Coming back here in the P1 car, is there either a corner or series of corners that, you know, when you get out of the car, you just have a little bit of a smile and say, that was freaking amazing?
Yeah, I don't mind turn one, actually, even though it's a slow corner. I mean, braking up the hill is always quite enjoyable. The little tabletop on the top, accelerating down. Turn two is quick right-hander. Yeah, and also the double, you know, 16, 17, 18, the long triple right, that's also quite rewarding.
Hopefully neck doesn't need a whole lot of work from the physio at the end of the day?
Maybe a little bit, you know. Old man now, so I need to be careful. You know.